All right, so let's remember where we left off. We had Darius over here being very angry with the Athenians because the Athenians helped the Greek city-states over here in Anatolia rebel against the Persians. Now, it didn't end up working. Darius put down the rebellion, took control of all of these cities again. But then Darius set his sights on Athens, Sparta, and the rest of the Greek mainland. He decided, you know what? If you're going to try to help my people revolt against me, well, I'm going to go and invade you. And that's exactly what Darius did. He launched an attack. Remember, we're using this metaphor where the Persians are kind of like the wolves and the Greeks are the rabbits. And so here come the Persians. And the Persians attack by sending 200 ships in the year 490 BC. Here we have Persian ships. They are going to land in a place called Marathon. Marathon is 25 miles away from Athens. Look at the map. All right, here are the Persian ships. They're about to land there. And when they land, they take out all of their army, their fiercest soldiers. And their fiercest soldiers were their cavalry. Cavalry are just soldiers that fight on horseback. The Persians were uh, super famous for having great cavalries. Here are the Greeks hiding out. Now, the Greeks did not want to fight the cavalry when they were outside their ships. So the Greeks are going to hide in the bushes. They're going to hide in the hills and they're going to wait and they're going to wait. And eventually the Persians are going to be like, oh my God, these little scaredy bunnies. Ain't nobody going to come fight us? Man, let's just load up all of our ships and sail to Athens and go kick their butts there. And so that's exactly what the Persians did. They started loading up their ships. Now, as they turned their back to the hills and to the bushes, the Greeks found their courage, mainly because the cavalry was back on the boats, and they run down the mountain. All right? They run down the mountain and they attack the Persians and they beat the Persians. They go shank, shank, clink, clink, lang, lang, cut. Here are the Greeks. Here are the Persians. They were caught with their backs turned to their enemies. And this guy right here is like, did we really just lose to these fools? Yes, you did, homie. Yes, you did. The Greeks won the Battle of Marathon against the higher, against a superior Persian army. Now, legend says, or history says, that a Greek runner decides to run from Marathon all the way to Athens. Remember, Marathon is 25 miles away from Athens. He runs non-stop to Athens. And when he gets there, he says, we won. We beat the Persians. And everyone's like, no way. We beat the Persians. That's awesome. And then that runner died. True story. He died. That's it. He's gone. He ain't coming back. He's up in wherever it is he thinks he is. And by the way, this is why we run marathons today in honor of this dude that ran from the city of Marathon all the way to Athens and then died. We do this for fun now. I don't know. Just thought you might like to know about that. All right. So the Battle of Marathon was in 490 BC. The Persians were not ready to let this go. They wanted revenge, so they launched another attack in 480 BC. This time, though, it was a new Persian king named Xerxes. Everyone say Xerxes. Xerxes ruled from 486 to 465. So he decides to launch another attack. I want you to look right here where it says Persian Empire. Look for the city Sardis right here. All right. Now we're going to follow this orange line because this is where Xerxes launches his attack. He's going to go march, and he's going to end up getting to this city called Thermopylae. Everyone say Thermopylae. All right. And it's at Thermopylae that 7,000 Greek soldiers are going to try to stop the Persians here. This is the Persian army. Imagine having this huge army coming straight at you. How? How are you going to fight them off, man? You ain't got enough troops for this. But it's okay because you don't need troops when you got Big Daddy Leonidas. Everyone say Leonidas. All right. This six-pack man right here is none other than the bravest Spartan king of all time, King Leonidas. All right. Homie was so deadly, he could probably kill someone just with his nipple. All right. Look how sharp that thing is. Now, King Leonidas right here is going to lead 300 Spartans. True story. 300 Spartans are going to hold off this huge Persian army. And they're going to fight and fight and fight. Now, sadly for the Spartans, they are going to end up dying. But the fact that the Spartans held off the Persians for so long gave this dude a chance to prepare. This dude's name is Themistocles. Everyone say Themistocles. All right. Themistocles here is an Athenian. All right. He's an Athenian sailor. He is very good at strategy and he has a plan. Now, Themistocles realized that the Persian boats had a huge problem. They were way too big. These are the Persian boats over here. These are the Greek boats. You can't really tell from this picture, but the Greek boats were much better at maneuvering in the water. Uh, think of them as like just better at moving, while the Persian boats were more like tanks. They could only kind of go straight. It was very hard to turn. So Themistocles has this great idea. He's going to lure all of the Persians into this strait or channel of water, right? So they're coming in through the sea. Look at the arrow. The red are the Persians, the blue are the Greeks. The Persians are coming through. Look at this circle right here. Xerxes set up a command post so he could watch the battle. Xerxes thought that he was going to have a front row seat to uh, an easy victory over the Greeks. But again, the Greek boats were much better at maneuvering, and so the Greeks sailed circles around the Persians, and they ended up hopping onto them ships. And here are the Greeks. I don't know why I keep doing the rabbit metaphor, but I just love it. And by the way, AI art is kind of ridiculous because take a look at this picture. I literally put, show me rabbits dressed as Greeks, and this is what I got on boats. I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at it. Anyway, so here is Xerxes. Here's Xerxes' homie, and the homie's going like, "Sire, dem's your boats. They sinking. You dead. You lost. The Greeks gotcha. Ain't no reason to keep going, homie. You done. You done, son." And Xerxes could not believe it. His huge force, he had so many more boats, but it didn't matter because the boats couldn't turn, and the Greek boats could. And so the Greeks jumped on from boat to boat and destroyed the Persian fleet that day. The Persians couldn't ever really recover from these losses, so they sailed back home like a wolf running away with its tail tucked between its legs. Damn. And the Xerxes was basically like this wolf right here, just kind of going like, "Man, those pesky meddling Greeks, why couldn't they just let me conquer them? They're so mean. Why wouldn't they just want to be my servants? I mean, why do they care about freedom? This sucks." Yeah, well, go cry. Anyway, after this, the Greeks were able to party and they were able to celebrate their big victory over the Persians, and they were able to rejoice in knowing that they were able to overcome this huge Persian menace that came and tried to conquer them, but the Greeks were able to fight them off. The end.